Fans, welcome back live here from Whiteville High School as we just heard the Whiteville Wolfpack marching band play our national anthem, and a fantastic job they did. And again, we want to say hi to the Maroon Nation out there. And again, we want to say we appreciate the great hospitality we've enjoyed here at Whiteville High School tonight. The press box staff has been unbelievably friendly and so nice and helpful to get us a good spot in the press box. And we so appreciate that much more than you know. Toby and I especially can say that. Also, Toby, we want to give a shout out to Steve Moon, who was not able to make the trip down this week. We hope Steve is going to be okay, and we hope he is listening here tonight. I'm sure he's at home where it's nice and warm, even though we're in a pretty good press box here tonight.
Oh, boy, we are. Sure, it's a world of difference since the last time we were on the road, standing outside freezing to death, trying to broadcast a ball game for folks on a scissor lift. Folks at Whiteville have been very hospitable, and look forward to this contest. A nice little piece that they read before the ball game about sportsmanship, and well received. So we hope we have a good ball game. Some fans making the trip down. You know, Gary, it's a long way, but still able to get the Maroon Nation traveling en masse, as always.
Hey, you're right. Great crowd support here tonight at Whiteville High School. As you mentioned, not a huge visitor section over there, but it's basically full of Maroon Devil fans, and we have a lot of fans standing to one side. As you watch this on videotape next week on cable channel 5, Zito Media, thanks to Ken Warner for allowing us that possibility. Of course, tonight, if you're listening in live, whether it's on the radio at WBHN in Bryson City, I'm not sure if Mike Crisp is working tonight or JB's at the controls tonight, but we appreciate them. And of course, a lot of folks are going to be listening tonight on the internet, and a lot of folks listening on their phone tonight who are going over to the Robbinsville-Murphy game. They said they're going to be listening in on their phone app following the game there. I want to say hello to the Clapsaddle family, especially as they watch their relative Bryce playing in that ball game over there, Murphy against Robbinsville, and you know that's going to be a jam-packed ball game. And Toby, I really believe, as we were talking before we came on the air, the winner of that Robbinsville-Murphy game, I really believe, has the inside track to a potential 1A state championship.
Oh, most definitely, Gary. And that's been the case the last 4 years, so nothing at all has changed. Obviously, Robbinsville will maintain home field advantage throughout. If they win that, of course, the Bulldogs will be, as probably one of the higher seeded teams left, will also be at home, and it should be a dandy. Nothing like Smoky Mountain Conference football on Thanksgiving weekend, is there?
Oh, no doubt about it. And you know what's really, really super about it this year, Toby? I know it's no fun being a 3 seed or the third place team out of the Smoky Mountain Conference as we are, but it's been a long time since we've had 3 teams from the Smoky Mountain Conference playing on the Friday after Thanksgiving. So this says a lot about the conference. As you know, we only have 6 teams from the mountain area of Western North Carolina still in the playoffs. Swain, Murphy, Robbinsville, Owen, Asheville, and Franklin High School. So the numbers are getting a little slimmer, but 3 from one conference.
Well, and that speaks volumes of that conference and the amount of domination the Maroon Devils have had, not the Maroon Devils, but the Smoky Mountain Conference have had over the years in being able to excel in the playoffs, and we wish all of those teams good luck. And you know, Gary, one of the folks who's listening at home with us tonight is our own Joe Holt, and we certainly miss Joe. We hope he's keeping tabs on us and listening. And for any of the poor souls who are going to watch this game later on DVD or video, I'm doing both DVD properties and trying to help you as well tonight. So the video is not going to be the quality you're used to, folks, just because Joe's he's lounging in the warm weather right now.
Yeah, he's down in Key Largo, of all places to be, on the last weekend in November. And Joe, we hope you're enjoying the good weather. And hey, we miss you, partner. And Joe's been such a great part of Maroon Devil football for many years, as you know, Toby, doing a great job in so many venues that are hard to film from, basically.
Absolutely. And Joe, just for the record, we're in the warm a little bit tonight. We've got a window to shoot through, buddy, so it's not quite as bad as Mount Airy. And you won't have to laugh quite as hard as you watch or listen to this game and know that we're freezing to death.
Our captain's coming on the field, and one captain our heart just goes out to. Spencer McCoy is coming out there with his right leg in a big not really a cast, but a big structure. He's on crutches. Of course, his knee has been really messed up on him. We don't know the extent of it, except that he's basically done for the year. So our thoughts and heart and prayers go out to Spencer McCoy. Out there with him, of course, is number 12, Taylor Oros, big number 73 out there, Kanan Sellers, and, of course, Jordan Cody, our exciting playmaker, and all those guys except Spencer, of course. Toby, you're really going to have outstanding games here tonight.
Well, this Whiteville running attack is one to be very fearful of, and it'll be a tough night for the Maroon Devil defense, even if Spencer were healthy and on the field, and it's going to be even tougher going on without him tonight, especially on that edge, as we've seen over the course of the last 4 or 5 games how effective he's been on that outer edge and keeping an outside running attack in check.
Talking about running attack, Taryn Manning is one of their captains. He's wearing number 30 here tonight, and he's the guy that I think is going to be the difference for Whiteville in this game if they come out and win. Coming into this ball game, Taryn Manning, 2,450 yards rushing, 31 touchdowns. He broke a 21-year-old school rushing record as he now has 4,234 yards in 2 years. Last year, he was the Three Rivers Conference Player of the Year with 1,784 yards and 22 touchdowns last year. And Taryn Manning, 5'8", 200 pounds. He's not tall, but he's a very solid running back, and he can run as well. And, Toby, he is the guy we're going to have to really focus on tonight.
Well, and again, the quarterback also a very good runner, very potent running attack for the Wolfpack. They're going to put it, win it on the ground will be their philosophy, I have a feeling, from the get-go. And the Maroon Devils will have to stop the run, and that's been a mixed bag over the last couple of weeks, Gary. We've had some weeks where we kept the running game of the opponent in check for some big running teams, but there's been some other nights where it just hasn't worked out. So the Maroon Devil season and Whiteville season riding on that tonight.
No question about it. We're on the final 8, if you will. If you think about it from a basketball analogy, the winner of this game will move on to the final 4 next Friday night. So we're here on the final 8, and you mentioned Nadir Carr, their quarterback. He is a dangerous player, but they don't pass the football. In last week's win over Mitchell, a 28-0 shutout, Carr only passed the ball 6 times. He completed 2 of them for 38 yards total passing. But he scored twice on a 43-yard run and a 58-yard run. And, of course, talking about Manning, he had 210 yards rushing on 22 carries against Mitchell. So we know their strength is on the ground, and our defense is going to have its work cut out for it tonight, Toby, against the Wolfpack. And our offense, which has been struggling, is really going to have to step it up. We can't afford to turn the ball over. We can't afford the penalties that we saw, for example, in last week's game against Avery County. Avery County, I'm just going to be blunt, not a very good football team. We were able to win that football game, not playing our best game of the year. We can't do that here tonight against Whiteville. Whiteville is a much better football team that we've seen in either Avery or Mount Airy, I believe, right now.
I think you're correct. And the Maroon Devils will kick off first, so Whiteville's offense will get a chance to go to work early on here and see what they can do against the Maroon Devil defense. Cooper Reinert will kick it as per we've gotten used to seeing this year. And no doubt he will use the short approach that he uses quite often during the year to keep it out of the skill people's hands in the back.
That's it, and they do have some skilled people back there. As a matter of fact, dropping back is going to be Nate Powell, an all-conference running back, number 6, who's also a good defensive player for the Wolfpack. Over there right beside him, it's going to be Jamison Floyd, number 5. And that is the difference in the two teams, I believe, Toby, speed.
Well, the best way we found over the years to keep speed on the sidelines is to keep the ball.
That's it. Play good defense. Don't allow them outside. And here we go. Ready to rock and roll from Whiteville High School. Cooper Reiner kicks it toward the right side. It's going to hit and take a bounce. Going to be taken at the 21-yard line. Back out across the 30, out to the 35, out to the 40, 45, 50 in traffic. Finally brought down at the 45-yard line over there. And Cooper Reiner was one of the guys who helped bring him down over there along with Caleb Woodard. So a great return and great field position for Whiteville right off the bat here, Toby. And this is something you don't want to let Whiteville do. is get that momentum early, because that's a dangerous thing.
Well, it sure is, and that was a case where his speed was more than what our players were ready for as he ran through a couple of would-be tacklers.
So now they're going to line up in the shotgun formation. Carr is going to be in the shotgun. Their main man goes in motion. Carr's going to run it and slips at the 45-yard line. Gained a yard or two depending on where they spot the ball, but he slipped right at the line of scrimmage and went down before anybody really hit him. They're going to spot it at the 44 for a couple of yards. And Toby, it looked like the field was a little wet, to be honest, coming in the ball game tonight.
Well, he had a hole that he could have run through right there, and fortunately for the Maroon Devils, he tried to cut and slipped. So let's see if the Maroon Devil defense can come up with an answer right here.
And the field does have some wet spots on it. We'll see if that's going to be the case here tonight, if that proves to be a factor. And they hand off to the big guy, their 2,400-yard man, and he's going to spin his way down to the 40-yard line. We're talking about number 30, Taryn Manning. Manning is going to be brought down on the play as they all untangle by a guy who's really played well lately, Johnny Woodard. He is our fourth leading tackler on defense at the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Wolfpack. Now, if you think of Wolfpacks, as I know Toby and Sharon Burrell do, because they had a daughter who graduated from NC State, you think about red, white, and black. But this Wolfpack, Toby, is blue, white, and orange.
Yeah, it's definitely a different color combination if you're trying to figure out the Wolfpack.
Yeah, somebody told me Wolfpack, and I think red. Here we go. As Manning runs to the right side, he stopped. It's going to be Woodard again. Got him from behind after a 1-yard gain to the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and a short 3 in 4-down territory here. You've got to believe they're going to go for it on 4th down and 3. And they have the big horses up front, Toby, to run behind as well.
Well, here comes Carr back in with the play, and that time Caleb Woodard also big help defensively for the Maroon Devils. So first big play of the ball game right here.
4th down and 3 for the Wolfpack. Manning is going to line up just to the left of the quarterback. He gets the handoff, and he has the 1st down and still going all the way down inside the 30-yard line. What a great second effort. He got the 1st down and so much more as he's going to be stopped finally at the 28-yard line of Swain High. So, Toby, again, just a great effort by Manning, and we can see the power in his legs on that run as he's 5'8", 200, very strong lower body.
Well, he moved the pile that time. He didn't have a whole lot of help. There were 4 or 5 Maroon Devils in there on him, and he just moved the pile forward for the 1st down.
So now 1st down. The Wolfpack on the drive, got a man in motion. They're going to hand off to Manning again. We're going to see a lot of that tonight, but he's dropped in his tracks after a short gain by Taylor Orris, our leading tackler coming into this game with 118 tackles. Nice job by Taylor, Toby, as he kind of slipped in behind him and stopped him for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Taylor knifed in and got him corralled that time. The big toughest thing is wrapping up.
Well, you're right. As right now the defense going to have our hands full all night long trying to stop this 2,400-yard back. Taryn Manning, again a senior, the conference player of the year last year, and he's had an even better season this year. Manning again to the left of Carr, the quarterback. It's going to be Carr. He keeps it himself this time, and he is stopped for a loss at the 29-yard line. Carr, the quarterback, is stopped for a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Good read that time by Jarrett Schuler. He just stayed home, broke down, and made the play. That's what he's been taught to do. A good job on that play. And now the Wolfpack with their first 3rd and long of the night, and let's see how they attack that, needing 10 yards. Of course, they're going to look at it as 2-down territory, most certainly.
You're right, Toby. And again, they're not a passing team. Last week against Mitchell, 6 times they passed the ball. They hit 2 of them. This time, though, they line up 2 wide, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Again, Matt, now we got a man in motion, and it's going to be Manning straight ahead. Nothing fancy, and he's got a bunch of yards. Manning, he's still going. Touchdown, Whiteville. Manning never was stopped on the play. He goes in from 29 yards away for the touchdown for the Whiteville Wolfpack. And again, Toby, he got contact in the secondary, but he broke through that contact on the play and took it all the way for the touchdown.
Well, the Maroon Devils are going to have to wrap up and bring him down. They're not going to be able to just wave at him and try to grab at him and have any kind of success at all against this kid tonight.
So now it's going to be number 34 for the point after touchdown, Geraldo Maggioli. We're guessing at the pronunciation on that. And again, most of our folks back home will not know the difference anyway. So Maggioli's kick is going to be up, and it's going to be good. And now the Whiteville Wolfpack with a quick 7-0 lead as they took it on the ground the entire drive. Of course, they started in very good field position, but they took it all the way for the entire drive with 8:01 left to play here in the first quarter. 7-0. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back now as it's going to be kickoff time again for Maggioli for the Whiteville Wolfpack. Again, on their first possession, they took almost 4 minutes off the clock, just pounding it away down the field behind the running of basically Taryn Manning, who had most of the yards on that drive. And here they go, line drive kick, and it's going to be a long one. This was going out of the end zone. No return. He kicked it over the head of Jordan Cody. So we can see already they have a good, strong kicker out there who's going to force us back to the goal line to return kickoffs here tonight as we'll take over now after the touchback. But again, we appreciate everybody listening in here tonight on a Friday from Whiteville High School. And Toby, I was very impressed with the running of Taryn Manning on that first drive.
Yeah, he's going to be a handful tonight.
Yep. He is a man out there running. Now we got a penalty flag, our first one of the night. And it looks like somebody lining up wrong because really nobody moved on the play.
Dead ball, illegal substitution on Whiteville.
Yes. So again, interesting call here before even the lines of scrimmage got set. So it's going to give us 5 yards on the penalty. We have a 1st and 5 coming up after the 5-yard penalty against the Wolfpack. So again, Whiteville, illegal substitution, and now our Maroon Devils will have it 1st down and 10. Of course, Trent Wright is going to be playing quarterback tonight. Kobe Stevenson banged up. Probably won't see him. Now we got folks moving. We got a right guard moving over there. Looks like Ross Ensley jumping. And that's going to cost us 5. So we're going to move back and basically start over and have a 1st down and 10. So again, Toby, one thing we can't have a lot of tonight, as we mentioned a moment ago, and that's penalties and turnovers.
Yeah, we got to minimize those. We're already down, so the offense has got their backs against the wall to start with. So
no question. Here we go as there's a big hole on the left side. Out across the 30-yard line is Miller for a 1st down. Nice run by Chris Miller. And on 1st down, we already put the Wolfpack defense on notice that Chris Miller is very, very quick out of the backfield. They're going to spot it just shy of the 34. That's a 14-yard gain on 1st down.
Chris brings a whole new dynamic to the Maroon Devil backfield. He hits the hole, and there was a big hole there that time running off big Kanan Sellers.
Outstanding job. This time Cody comes in motion. Trent is going to hand off. We run straight ahead again. This time maybe a yard, and that's going to be all. And this time on the carry, as they all untangle, is going to be Chris Miller again. So they give us, we'll call it 2 yards, 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Maroon Devils at the 36-yard line. So our Maroon Machine and maroon pants, white jerseys, maroon numbers and maroon helmets. Whiteville in all blue with white numbers and some orange trim. And now we have a whistle, and we may have another penalty flag coming up, and it is offside against Whiteville. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 3 instead of a 2nd down and 8. 5-yard offside penalty against the Wolfpack defense. So the line of scrimmage now at the 41-yard line. 1st down and 10. And again, our Maroon Devils trying to answer back from the Whiteville drive for the touchdown. We hand off, and again, a couple of tough yards, and that's going to be all, as Whiteville's defense had a lot of people up on the line of scrimmage to stop number 4, Chris Miller. Leading the charge up there on defense was number 45, Ryan Dudney.
And 24 also in on that as well. And the Maroon Devils 3rd and short right here. They need a 1st in a big way.
3rd down and 2. You're right, Toby. 3rd and 2 now at the 42-yard line. Hand off to the right side, and I think we have it out across the 45. It's 1st down. Maroon Machine moved the sticks, and another good run over there on the right side by our offensive line and Chris Miller.
It was a good job by Chris of picking up those tough inside yards. You know, he's a small guy.
Yeah.
But he is very strong and being able to move the pile himself, and he did a great job that time.
Chris is a state-ranked wrestler, and again, very strong indeed. First down now. Here they come with the blitz, and we run right into the blitz. Trent Wright bounces off, though, out to the 45, down to the 40, still going inside Wolfpack territory. A great effort by Trent Wright. Toby, he was hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. He spun off and carries it all the way to the Whiteville 33-yard line. A huge first down carry.
Well, that time Whiteville took the dive.
Yeah.
Everybody.
They did.
Trent was able to pull the ball out, fortunately, and spin, and there was nobody left to tackle him because they'd all tackled Chris.
Good job by Trent Wright. Now, Chris is going to get the handoff this time, and he is going to carry down to the 26-yard line. Nice gain on first down now. That's a we'll call it a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4 coming up as they spot it at the 27-yard line.
Well, obviously, Coach Jeff Marr and his staff have picked up something with that directional run. Maroon Devils have broken tradition. They're in a one-back set all night with 3 receivers, but have yet to throw the ball. Miller's going to switch sides again.
Moves over to the right, takes the handoff again, and inside the 25-yard line, just shy of the first down. It's going to bring up third down, and we'll call it a short 2, if you will. Third down and a little more than a yard. Now they move it back a little bit, so just inside the 25. Third and a couple. But Toby, so far an impressive drive by the Maroon Machine as well.
Very much so, and this is definitely 2-down territory unless it's a huge negative yardage type play. The Maroon Devils will have 2 plays to get 2 yards essentially. Third
down and 2. Miller on the left side this time, and he bangs it down close, but a little shy of the first down. He got a yard. And we're going to need another yard. Fourth down and 1 now from the 23-yard line. And now we're going to bring a couple of guys in to help us a little bit. Taylor Orris coming in, Caleb Woodard coming in. Checking out is going to be Angel Bowers and Christian Norton. So now fourth down and a yard to go. Big fourth down here. Maroon Devils need the first down to keep this drive alive and try to tie this one up against the Whiteville Wolfpack. Here they come on the blitz. We run to the right side. Fortner. No, it's going to be Taylor Orris, and he's going to score standing up. Nobody got a hand on Taylor Orris. Everybody was coming up the A-gaps on the blitz. Taylor Orris popped it just outside the guard, Toby. There was nobody there because everybody was coming on that blitz. What a run.
It was a great run, great call by the offensive staff of the Maroon Devils in a great situation. You know, you always say on those fourth down plays, if you break the initial line of scrimmage, you got something good because everybody's coming.
And boy, they were coming, and Taylor Orris, once he got past the line of scrimmage, there was nobody home. Now for the point after is going to be, of course, Cooper Reiner. And he kicks it up, and it looks good from here, and we've got a tie ball game. Now both teams have taken basically 4 minutes on the opening drives. We have 4:07 to play in the first quarter, and our score, Swain High 7, Whiteville 7. Stay with us. We'll be right back on the Maroon Devils Network.
All right, fans, with 4:07 left in this first quarter play, Cooper Reiner getting ready to kick off for the second time in this quarter.
And the Maroon Devils, an impressive drive as, again, Taylor Orris took it all the way to the house on that last carry. Short kick going to be taken at the 25. And here comes the Wolfpack out to the left side, out to the 35. And still going, finally knocked down at the 36-yard line. It's going to be number 7, Marcus Coleman, on the return for the Wolfpack. And down there also is number 7, Ben Miller, to help out on the tackle for the kickoff team. And again, Toby, we've got a standoff here in the first quarter, but I hope we can find an answer to Taryn Manning of the Wolfpack.
Well, the defense needs to stop right here. There's no doubt about it. And, you know, on a side note, Gary, if the fans are having problems with things fading in and out, we're sorry. There's not a whole lot I can do. I'm not very talented at this. Just doing the best I can. Just stay with us. It could be the cell reception.
Yeah, the internet is a funny thing, and you're right, the cell reception is on top of that. Here they come running around the right side. We miss him twice. There's another tackle missed. We missed 3 tackles, and now with a 13-yard gain out to the 50-yard line is a very nice run by the Whiteville Wolfpack. And this time it's going to be Nate Powell, number 6, an all-conference player. And again, we had 3 shots at him, Toby, and he slipped away every time.
Kobe Twanita finally put him away there just at the 50-yard line. It's a good job by Kobe to come and make that tackle. It was just a design pass play, actually, where he pitched the ball to him from the backfield, but it's considered a forward pass.
Nate Powell, an all-conference junior, 5'10", 170 pounds, very elusive runner. Here comes Manning. He's just a lot of power. Manning still going at the 45-yard line for a 5-yard gain, which will bring up 2nd and 5 now for the Wolfpack. As we had a bunch of guys on the stop down there. Craig Cutshaw was there, Johnny Woodard was there, and Ross Ensley was there.
Well, that's what it's going to take, Gary. It's going to take some gang tackling, if you will, a gang mentality to stop this young man. He's shown us in the first series that he's a legit running back. You're going to have to get some white on him. It's not going to be just one person bringing him down. You need 3 or 4 white jerseys around him.
No doubt about it. One of the best backs we've faced all season. Here he comes again. He's a workhorse. This time he gets 2 more. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 now for the Wolfpack. As we put a hit on him at the 43-yard line. They're going to spot it. So again, Johnny Woodard was up there, also Ross Ensley. These guys, 2 of our leading tacklers, along with Taylor Orris. Of course, Toby, we're missing Spencer McCoy on that defensive side. Spencer, our 3rd leading tackler this season. And our best to him, as he's got some rehab ahead of him. But what an outstanding young man and an outstanding athlete. 3rd down and 3. Wolfpack. Manning beside Carr. Fakes the handoff. Carr runs to the left side. Carr into the secondary at the 30, all the way down to the 25. Still going, knocked down at the 22-yard line as we finally got him from behind down there. Jarrett Schuler with what was potentially a touchdown-saving tackle as Carr is the speed at the quarterback spot.
And that's the danger of it. You go for the dive guy, and we just said you got to get white shirts on Manning. Well, if you get white shirts on Manning, that leaves Carr one-on-one with somebody.
You're right, and that's a dangerous thing because we saw the elusiveness of Carr. We saw Nate Powell very elusive a while ago, and we've already seen the power of Tyron Manning. So they have a 3-headed wolf over there, if you will, trying to run against us. 1st down and 10 now at the 23-yard line. It's going to be the quarterback again. Carr hit at the 20, and this time driven backwards. What a great effort by the defense. We had a lot of maroon and white on the quarterback, and he's still down at the 30-yard line. He is shaken up, gets up very slowly, and the charge was led by Jarrett Schuler. And Carr is shaken up. He takes his helmet off, Toby, and he's going to have to come out, and he is definitely shaken up on the play. And looks like they kind of maybe might have popped him right under the chin. They're looking at his chin and kind of the front of his face there, and he took a pretty good shot.
Starmount 10, West Montgomery 0.
Wow, we like that score. Mm-hmm. We like that score. As we mentioned, Starmount is an hour closer to Swain County than West Montgomery. West Montgomery's 4 hours away. Starmount 3 hours away.
So new quarterback now for the Wolfpack. As Carr's over here to get checked out. He looks okay. I think it's just a case of maybe getting a split chin.
Yep. Taylor Smith is coming in. He's going to be wearing number 9. Taylor Smith, a junior, 5'11", 147-pounder. He's going to keep it and run to the left side. Has a big hole over there to run through. What a hole on the left side of the line as he carries down to inside the 14-yard line. Toby, you and we're not very fast, could have gone through that hole, I think.
Well, I don't think I could have run through it. I could have ambled through it or moseyed through it, but not run.
Yeah, there was a big hole over there. And they have some huge linemen. For example, All-State lineman Spencer Campbell, seriously, All-State, 6'3", 265 pounds. McKinney is 315 pounds. McPherson, 280. Also, Osborne, 245. Big size up front. And here they come straight ahead again. Again, nothing fancy by the Wolfpack.
They're just running an option between him and the running back there. And he's keeping the ball, and he's got a 1st down for the Wolfpack. And they're inside the right at the 10, but it's going to be the quarter's in before they get anything in, as we're down under 20 seconds in first quarter of play.
Quarterback looks to the sideline. Toby, you're right. They're going to let the clock run down and not run another play here. So at the end of quarter number 1, we are still tied 7-7 here in the 3rd round of the playoffs. We'll be back right here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Well, folks, we're back here from Whiteville High School, Legion Stadium.
The Wolfpack knocking on the door just inside the 15, and the quarterback is going to run to the right side, tries to turn it outside, and Jordan Cody won't let him. Jordan Cody out there to force him out of bounds along with Kobe Toynita. Nice play defensively for a short gain by the Wolfpack.
Well, I'm not the best camera person in the world, but he faked me out.
He's pretty quick, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is pretty quick. That's number 7, Marcus Coleman. And again, a very good run over there. And now they're going to bring Manning back in. He's the power guy. And they're going to spot it inside the 10, this time at about the 8-yard line. Just underway in the second quarter. The Wolfpack again inside the red zone, knocking on the door. It's going to be Manning right beside the quarterback, and already back in is going to be Nadir Carr. And Manning gets the call straight ahead, and he runs into traffic, though. The first guy to get a hit on him in there was 57, Corbin Wildcat. And he's going to be stopped around the 5. Let's see where they finally spot the football, Toby, as Ross Ensley comes over to help out on the tackle. And Ross Ensley limping a little bit. He's not 100% on that foot.
Well, that's going to be 3rd and 5?
3rd and about 5. I think it's right about the 5-yard line. From this angle, it's tough to tell, but I think it's just inside the 5-yard line. Yes.
And what is
very close.
Most certainly 4-down territory. Well, they have a very good kicker, so they could elect to do that. But
that's true.
With their offense, I would think it's 4-down territory.
And again, Nadir Carr, the quarterback who was knocked out a moment ago, is back in. Manning right beside him. Carr pitches it to Manning. Runs to the left side. Back inside. Touchdown, Whiteville. As he goes in, standing up. He popped outside, and there was good coverage over there by Wildcat. He cut back inside, and he found the gap just basically right up the middle. So now Whiteville up 13-7 in what has already turned out to be an offensive barn burner here. Neither defense so far able to stop the opposing offense, especially in the running game. As a matter of fact, I don't think we've seen the ball in the air all night except on kickoffs.
True.
No, not a single pass. Now for the PAT is going to be, again, Gerardo Maggioli. That's my best guess. Kick is up, and it looks good, and it is. So now we're in the second quarter with 10:22 to play, and it's a 14-7 Whiteville lead. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network.
10:22 in the second quarter to play, and Whiteville set to kick it off now to Jordan Cody and Kobe Toynita and company. It's going to be deep. Nope. Cody's going to.
Jordan at the 10, 15, and he runs into trouble at the 15-yard line. Big hit down there by Raekwon McAllister, number 11. And you know, Toby, we haven't seen that much all season long. A one-on-one open field tackle on Jordan Cody.
That's true, and that time he was trying to go laterally with it across the field, and he may have been better off straight up and down.
So now we're seeing the speed that Whiteville shows on special teams and on offense as well. Maroon Devils trying to answer back, and we got a guy in motion in the backfield, moving a little bit. Just a little hand motion by Chris Miller, and that's all it took to cost us 5. But let's see if we can hold those to a minimum, because, again, against a team like Whiteville, you want to bring your A game. You don't want to put yourself in a hole against a swarming, quick defense like we've seen them put on the field tonight. So now, first down and 15. We run to the left side. Good hole over there on the first carry tonight for big Derek Fortner. And Derek, a great run out across the 20 to the 22-yard line. He got the penalty back, and probably a couple more, Toby, on one of our best running plays.
It was a good one. So it'll make it actually second and about 5 for the Maroon Devils. Very manageable down and distance.
So let's see if we can answer back with another good drive here. This time a second down and already another whistle.
Timeout, Whiteville.
They're going to call a timeout. We'll take a break as well with the score. Whiteville 14, our Maroon Devils 7. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back after the timeout here at Whiteville. An updated score. West Montgomery now leads Starmount 14-10 at the end of the first quarter. Again, we're kind of getting conflicting scores on that game here on the press box, but that's the last word we heard in that game up the road. Out across the 25-yard line, the Maroon Devils stay on the ground. As again, Derek Fortner carries out close to a first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 now. After we were looking at 1st down and 15, 13 yards on 2 plays by Derek Fortner. Good running by the big, strong running back, Derek Fortner, a junior, 5'9", 195-pounder. Split backs again behind Trent Wright, the quarterback. He's going to hand off. We run to the left side. I believe we have the first down across the 27-yard line. Derek Fortner on the 3rd straight carry, kind of giving Chris Miller a break. And that's just good strategy, Toby, as we've had Taylor Oris, we've had Chris Miller most of the night, and now Derek Fortner comes in with fresh legs to pound away at this Whiteville defense.
And, you know, those two young men have gotten ample work over the last 5 to 6 weeks in preparation for this very moment. For big-time carries for both of them.
You're right. We split wide to the left side. Kobe and Jordan. Everybody else in tight now. Trent hands off to the left side again. This time it's going to be Mr. Miller. Chris carries across the 30 for a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8 coming up now for the Maroon Devils. And this Whiteville defense, you know, we've heard so much about their offense, Toby, but so far their defense plays a lot like our Maroon Devil defense.
Yeah, they're very strong. They've got, looks to be a 4-man front. A lot of times it's a 3-4 defense in its appearance, but they do a good job. They move well to the ball.
Yep, they have a bunch of guys. Matter of fact, 8 guys up in the box. Now they bring 9 men up in the box. And we run right out of Miller in the secondary. He may take it all the way to the house, but he's caught at the 40-yard line. Penalty flag is down. Down on the tackle is going to be 23, Wesley Thompson. And there may be a face mask on that tackle against Whiteville. But Toby, they had to run him down from behind to catch Chris Miller. And the penalty is going to be personal foul, grabbing the face mask. That's more yards at the end of the play.
So it goes to the 38, and it'll go from there. Looks like the 5-yard variety. Face mask, we'll see. Nope, it's not. I'm staying corrected. It's the big one. And that penalty will move it all the way down to the Whiteville 23. And it'll be 1st and 10 Maroon Devils.
And speaking of 23, it was 23 Wesley Thompson who came over the top with his right arm and kind of put his hand over his helmet and grabbed his face mask. So now 1st down and 10. Huge play for Chris Miller. And again, the 15-yard penalty. And now Whiteville jumps offside. Jumping offside over there is going to be big number 59. And I'm going to have to go to my sheet here. It's Tayshawn Shipman, and he's a big boy, 6'4", 260 senior, jumping offside.
So 1st and 5 Maroon Devils from the, call it what, 18?
Yes, indeed, at the 18-yard line. Talking about Shipman, the guy who jumped offside, the big lineman, a 3-year starter. They have some good players on this team, as our Maroon Devils do as well. Handoff right side, and they're going to stack us up at the line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot of room for Derek Fortner to run to. He gets a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 4.
They actually spot him almost to the 16, and in comes extra lineman for the Maroon Devils. So they're going to go unbalanced line now with an extra lineman in the lineup and see how Whiteville reacts to that.
Yep, JT Langston coming in. You're right, Toby. Also coming in is Caleb Woodard. And we bring 1 man wide to the right side. That's Jordan Cody, of course. Split backs. And it's going to be Fortner to the right side for a short game. Getting closer to that 1st down stick. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll say a long 2.
He's to the 15 that time.
3rd down and 2, I'm sorry. 3rd down and 2, but you're right, Toby. Just inside the 15-yard line for the Maroon Devils now. On the clock, we have 6:54 to play. It's Whiteville 14, Swain 7. Trent Wright under center, and our left guard jumps offside. Oh, boy, and that's our big senior, Kanan Sellers. And he was going to wipe out their middle linebacker. Unfortunately, he did it before the ball was snapped.
And this interesting, Ross Inslee coming out of the ball game,
hurt,
shaking his shoulder, Gary, and that may be huge for the Maroon Devil defense as much as the offense.
Oh, you're right. He's our 2nd leading tackler, just 5 tackles behind Taylor Oris this year. 113 on the season. Here comes Miller. Nice hole on the left side. Some good blocking over there. He's close to the 1st down, but looks to be a yard shy at the 15-yard line.
Well, this will be 4-down territory for the Maroon Devils, as they are 4th and inside of a yard, actually.
Yep, 4th down, and you're right, Toby, inside a yard. Line of scrimmage just inside the 14-yard line, 4th and short. Big play here on a 14-7 ball game. 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Fortner and Miller behind Trent Wright. It's going to be Fortner, and he's going to be close, but I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gary. I think he got it by a yard.
Good job by the offensive front up there to get just enough room. Leading the charge, big Craig Cutshaw over there on the right side of the line. Also with him over there, big Jake Marr.
Maroon Devils can get a first down at the 1, so they're right at the 11, 12-yard line. Looks like the 1, maybe 2. So they can get a first down. Langston switches sides.
Yep, first down. Here we go. We run straight ahead right through the A-gap. And Miller is going to be tackled over there by Aaron Osborne, a big 6'4", 245-pound senior. On this defense for Whiteville, 8 defensive starters back. We get a couple of yards. We'll call it second down and 8 now for our Maroon Devils. Again, from this angle, kind of hard to tell where the line of scrimmage is, but it's definitely inside the 10 at about the 8.5-yard line we're guessing right now, approximately. Here comes Trent Wright, quarterback keeper right side. He has room. Trent Wright down inside the 5-yard line. A nice move by Trent Wright as he's tackled down there by Nate Powell of Whiteville.
Have to see the spot. Looks like it's going to be the 4. So it'll be 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 3, depending on which way you want to look at that.
I'd say you're right, Toby. 3rd and 3. And again, it's going to be inside the 5-yard line. Line of scrimmage at about the 3, almost the 4-yard line, with 4:35 and counting. Split backs again. Looks like Fortner gets the call. Is he in? Is he in? Touchdown, Maroon Devils. It's a 1-point ball game. 14-13 now with 4:30 exactly on the clock to play in what has been the fastest game I think we've seen all season here in the second quarter already. And it's just barely after 8 o'clock, and we're not that far from halftime. When's the last time that we were this deep into the second quarter? About 6 minutes after 8 o'clock on a Friday night. Now for the point after touchdown, it's going to be Cooper Reiner. The kick is up, and he ties it. It's 14-all as the Maroon Devils answer. We get it done on the ground. So far tonight, fans, it's a ground-to-ground battle. The Wolfpack and the Maroon Devils all tied at 14. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network.
All right, the Maroon Devils ready to kick things off. 4:30 remaining before the half. Reinert set to kick at 14-all, your score. We've moved our service provider around a little bit there, trying to get a little better.
And here comes Whiteville. Toby back out across the 40-yard line. A nice job on the return. And again, both defenses have had to take a back seat to the running attacks of both teams. Outstanding running for both teams tonight.
Well, the Maroon Devils have got to solve this conundrum of being able to stop this, as you called it, 3-4-headed attack of the Wolfpack. They've got to figure out some way to keep them off the scoreboard here going in at halftime.
Oh, no doubt. Again, they just keep bringing good running backs, and now, of course, their quarterback is back ready to go. Carr back behind the center, and he tosses it to Manning. Nothing fancy there. Manning weaves his way for a first down at the 45, the 40. It's a foot race at the 30, 25, 20. He cuts back inside, and we still don't bring him down. He drags players all the way, and he scores. Going all the way for the score. That's going to be about a 57-yard touchdown run for, again, Terrion Manning, who has been a beast all season long. And Toby, just inside the 5, we thought we had him, but he broke free from 2 Maroon Devil defenders down there.
Yeah, you better get this kid low because you're not going to get him high.
Well, you said it. You said it. He is quite a player. And again, we've got some good players too, but so does Whiteville. This is a war here tonight. Now for the point after to give the Wolfpack a 7-point lead. On to kick again, it's going to be Maggioli. And he makes it a 21-14 ball game now. On the clock, we have 4:24 left to play here in the second quarter. Fans, stay tuned. Again, every time each team has had the ball, they have scored. 21-14 Whiteville. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back now. Is getting ready to kick it back. It's going to be Maggioli for the Wolfpack, kicking it back to our Maroon Devils. Of course, they've been kicking away from Jordan Cody here tonight as he hits it with his neon yellow shoes, and it's going to be taken. This time, Cody at the 6-yard line, back to the 15. Runs into traffic. Now he's in trouble as he carries it back to about the 16-yard line. So good coverage by Whiteville, and that's the best. In my mind, Toby, that's the best kickoff coverage I think I've seen all season against our Jordan Cody.
Yeah, again, the Maroon Devils had something set up on the other side of the field. Jordan trying to go all the way across the field and caught by the speed of Whiteville. That's one thing Whiteville's got on us tonight is speed.
So right now, an updated score. Robbinsville leads Murphy 14-0. 6:11 to play in the second quarter in that ball game at Robbinsville. Maroon Devils need to answer back here. Over 4 minutes to play before halftime. It's going to be Trent Wright tossing it right side to Miller. He's knocked down at the 21-yard line after a gain of almost 5 yards. A nice pickup and a nice attack by Trent Wright, Toby. He made the right call to pitch it out there to Miller.
Well, he did, and I believe they had positive yardage going with the dive man on that one too.
Yeah. So a good call. We'll give them 6, actually. 2nd down and 4 coming up now for our Maroon Devils. We're just across the 20, and now we have a whistle. And our Maroon Devils want a timeout to make sure we're on the right page on offense here. It's 21-14. Whiteville in the lead in the second quarter. We'll be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back to live action now on the clock. We have 3:49 to play before halftime. The Wolfpack leading our Maroon Machine 21-14. Trent Wright under center with split backs behind him and 2 wide to the left side. We toss it out here to Miller. He has some good blocking out there, but he's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage, knocking through with a really good open field tackle is number 11, Rayshawn McAllister. And we had some really good-looking yardage out there, Toby, until McAllister just came from nowhere to stop Green for basically no gain.
With 3:25 and counting, this is a huge 3rd down for the Maroon Devils. It is definitely not 4-down territory, not with Manning running the football, and it's definitely not the time to give it back down 1.
You're right. 3rd down, we need 4. Oh, we got a fumble on the snap. And here comes Trent Wright. He picked it up. He wants to fire left side. Got a man open. It's going to be Jordan Cody at the 42. He has a block out there with Kobe Toinita. Jordan down the right sideline, down to the 15, down to the 10, all the way to score on a busted play. How about that? Going almost 75 yards is Jordan Cody. The snap was fumbled by Trent Wright. And Toby White, great presence of mind by Trent to pick it up, roll to his right. Everybody was coming after him. Jordan Cody was wide open.
We've been working on that all year.
It worked perfectly.
We drew it at perfection, didn't we? Working on it all year.
Holy cow, what a play. Jordan Cody again, I'm not sure if that's right on the yardage, but close to a 75-yard touchdown strike from Trent Wright to Jordan Cody. Now for the PAT is going to be Cooper Reinert. He boots it up and in, and here we go. It's another barn burner, this time with 3:08, I believe it says on the clock. It's tied again. So far, Toby, every time each offense has had the ball, we've scored, so we've been able to answer every time.
Well, somebody's defense is going to have to make a stop. That's just all there is to it. I don't know. I'm sure that'll be the message at halftime of both head coaches. Somebody's got to make a stop.
You're right. Fans, stay with us. We'll be right back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back as Cooper Reiner is going to kick it back to the Whiteville Wolfpack, and that's a dangerous thing as, again, nobody has had a stop here tonight. Every offense, every time has scored. Here's a kick all the way down to the 12-yard line. Bringing it back out across the 20, 25, 30. Good return men out across the 30 and still going, breaking tackles to the 31-yard line. It's going to be number 6, and that's all-conference player Nate Powell. And again, Toby, they have the football, well, so far, maybe last here in the second quarter with not a lot of time on the clock, but the way they can score, who knows? We may get it back.
You're right, and the Maroon Devils have to do something with it. We're just a tick under 3 now before the first half is over, and who's going to blink first is what it boils down to.
You're right. Who is going to blink first, that or a turnover? The turnover could be the big factor here tonight. You don't want to turn the ball over in this kind of a slugfest. Here comes Manning again. Pops it back inside, and he is out there with about 8 yards at the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 2 now. And Manning is along with Deion Johnson and Murphy, who's a pretty good running back. But I think Manning might be the best back we've seen this season, along, of course, with that pretty good running back at Franklin, Jeremiah Young.
Well, they're different creatures, those two, though. This kid Manning, he's got the total package. He's got some speed. He can run through tackles.
Yes.
The whole works.
You're right. He is a dangerous player. Second down. Here they go with Manning again. He's got the first down to the 40. Still breaking tackles in traffic down to the 35-yard line. And I've never seen a guy this season run that well in traffic. Derek Fortner finally brought him down. Also, Kobe Toinita, who was shaken up on the play, gets up slowly, but he helped bring him down as well. But Manning, you mentioned it earlier, Toby. He's hard to tackle one-on-one.
He's extremely hard, and what Whiteville's doing so successfully is it's almost like a running V. They're just getting a wedge in front of him, and he just falls in behind it. He's got a lead back. It's like a power I, if you will.
Yep. You're right.
And they're just getting right behind that running back every time. And this time it's
the quarterback keeps it out. A great open field tackle coming in there is that's Johnny Woodard, and that's the first negative play I think they've had tonight.
Well, I think one other time Johnny did the same thing early in the first quarter and dropped him for a yard loss on almost the identical play of not over pursuing that thing.
So now they lose 2. Second down and 12 at the Maroon Devil 38-yard line now for the Wolfpack. Clock showing right now 1:28 and counting before halftime. Whiteville with the ball, and again, we're all tied at 21-21. They fake to Manning. Carr rolls, fires their first pass tonight complete down at the 30, down to the 25, still going, knocked out of bounds over at the 20-yard line. And again, the first pass tonight by either team, and it's going to be complete down there to 33, C.J. Hammonds.
Well, check that. We scored on a pass.
Oh, that's right. My bad. We had that busted play that Trent Wright picked up and had fantastic presence of mind to throw it to a wide-open Jordan Cody on a busted play for about a 75-yard bomb.
We're going under a minute right now.
Clock
running
running
the first half.
21-21. Let's see if we can keep Whiteville off the scoreboard and maybe go to the locker room. They're going to call a timeout. They want to make sure they're on the right page on offense as well. Timeout, Whiteville, 21-21, under a minute to go. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back after the Whiteville timeout now. On the clock, we have 52 seconds. We have 2 timeouts left. Whiteville has 1 timeout left. We're tied at 21. Here in the third round of the state playoffs. Winner goes on to play the winner of West Montgomery and Starmount next Friday. But what a game we've had so far. It has been outstanding. Back to throw, the quarterback again. Carr down the right corner, got a man wide open, and he drops it in the end zone. He had him in the end zone for the score, and dropping the football literally as it slid right through his hands down there is number 3, Austin Reeves. And Toby, I really thought that was going to be a touchdown.
It was. He was there. He was open.
Wow.
And now the secondary discussing that as to how he got open.
Yeah, we had a guy on each side of him basically down there. We had Jarrett Schuler was down there. Jordan Cody was down there. Also Angel Bowers in the territory. Luckily for our Maroon Devils, he dropped that football. Now, second down and 10 to go. They pitch it out to Manning. He tries to find a hole. Pops it outside, back inside, down to the 16-yard line. Got a nice gain here with third down coming up.
That's the same play he scored 2 touchdowns on, too.
We finally caught him over there, and they're going to spot it at the 16-yard line. That's going to bring up a third down and about 4. Third down and about 4 on the clock. We only have 31 seconds and counting. And again, Manning right beside Carr in the backfield. Got a man in motion. They pitch it to him. He's going to run behind Manning around the right side. Cuts it back inside. Penalty flag down. Let's see if they get the Wolfpack maybe on a cutback block or a hold out there on the corner.
That was a pass again. That's their most effective pass, is just that little flip pass. He didn't get the first down, I don't think, did he, Gary?
I don't think so either, Toby.
We had a hold on Whiteville.
Yes, got a hold out there on the corner. It almost looks like a shovel pass, doesn't it? It's kind of a funny little pass. But it's been effective. And they're going to move backwards now on the penalty flag on the hold.
Well, it's going to go to the 26?
26-yard line now, third down.
And we're at 20 seconds, 17-15 and running, and we got timeout.
Now and that's going to be their final timeout, I believe. So Whiteville using their final timeout, and I tell you what, let's keep it right here so we don't miss anything here at the end of this first half. What a first half it's been. I'll be honest, I thought really coming in it was going to be a close knockdown street fight, kind of a brawl, but both offenses have been outstanding.
Well, if you'd have told me coming in that Whiteville had 21 at the half, I would have thought our chances of winning the football game would have been slim and none, to be honest with you. But an astounding offensive performance by these Maroon Devils, and it's been pure Maroon Devil style, if you will. It's been 3 yards in a cloud of dust a lot of times between Fortner and Miller.
Yeah.
The improbable duo, if you will. Not many people had said, you're going to start Fortner and Miller in the backfield and still be in a ball game tied 21-all in the third round of the state playoffs.
Yeah.
Tremendous job by the Maroon Devils of no quit right here. This is a big down.
Big down. I think this is the best our offense has played since probably the Rosman game, literally.
I think you're right, and they've had an answer so far, but one of the defenses is going to step up eventually.
That's it. Third down and 14 now. Whiteville out of timeouts. Back to throw his car. Throws down the left sideline. It's going to be up for grabs. It's going to be knocked away. Incomplete. Jordan Cody down there with great.
No, he caught that ball, Gary.
Are they going to call it a pick?
Yep. No, he caught it. Number 33 came down with it.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's 8 seconds left, so let's see if they can get something going in 8 seconds.
They're going to call it a catch by Whiteville. They line him up, and they're just going to spike it to stop the clock, and they do with 7.9 seconds and a penalty flag down on this play, though. So let's see what this is going to be about. They might have been moving a little bit before the ball was snapped. This could be a big penalty because they have time for one more play, maybe 2 if they throw it.
Illegal motion.
Yep. They had some people moving. They were not set when that ball was snapped.
So now will the clock start upon play, or will they get the spike?
I think the clock will start on the snap, unless I'm wrong. Now, Neil Blankenship having a word with the official over there. They're going to spot it at the 8-yard line, looks like.
Clock is not starting.
Yep, they're going to wait for the snap after the flag. So I think it will start on the snap again. 7.9 seconds here. No, they're going to try a field goal. They're going to bring on the field goal man. Number 34, Maggioli again. And this will be a 25-yard field goal right at the 15. He kicks it up, has plenty of distance. It looks really good, and it is. And we're going to have time for one more play. So we'll get the ball back on a kickoff with the Wolfpack now up by a score of 24-21. We'll be back with the final play of the first half here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back as now after the field goal, it's going to be the kickoff time for Maggioli. And I would imagine he's going to kick it away from our return man, but nope, he kicks it right down to Jordan Cody, who takes it at the 11. Out to the 15-20, got a hole at the 25-30. Look out, 35-40. Now they converge on him, and he's still cutting back inside, still going. As the half comes to an end, he brings it all the way out to the 43-yard line. And, Toby, we saw him with a nice hole right there at the 20-yard line. But, again, team speed of Whiteville is what allowed them to catch Jordan Cody.
It did, but what a return by Jordan, and just to answer that late field goal in terms of momentum.
And a great way to end the first half. If it had more time, I think we would have taken that one in. We've been so far perfect on our offensive possessions here tonight. But a fast-moving first half. It's just before 8:30. We're already at halftime here in Whiteville, North Carolina. And the Wolfpack leading 24-21. Stay with us. We'll be back with that second half and a lot more football when we come back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back to Whiteville High School. Wolfpack country, they call it here, with the blue and orange and white taking on our maroon and white. And, Toby, what a game. 24-21, Wolfpack in the lead here at halftime. And as you look at some of the stats, just like the scoreboard, they're almost dead even.
Yeah, you and I were both surprised when we looked at these just a second ago. Rushing-wise, the Maroon Devils, 23 carries, 155 yards. Likewise, the Wolfpack, 21 carries, 178 yards, so almost dead even there. Passing yardage, Maroon Devils 1 of 1 for 79. Whiteville 3 of 4 for 53. So 234 yards for the Maroon Devils, 231 yards for Whiteville. So just dead even, just like the score is. And as we said just a second ago, the big thing about this is the Maroon Devils get the ball to start the second half. So Whiteville having to settle for that field goal. Maybe the Maroon Devils stick a touchdown on the board and take the lead for the first time. We'll see how Swain's offense does. Individually, Manning for Whiteville already over the 100-yard mark, not surprisingly, 13 carries, 145 yards with 3 touchdowns. But on the Swain side, Chris Miller's 13 carries, 77 yards on the evening. He's been the main workhorse for the Maroon Devils.
And he has been doing a superb job. And I think right now one of the difference-making plays, if you will, in the first half was that busted play when we had a fumble snap. Trent Wright reached back, picked up the football, and found Jordan Cody wide open for that 79-yard score. That was just a fantastic play.
Well, it was probably a season saver, Gary. I mean, you hate to say one play makes a difference in a football game, but that was a huge play in the course of the ball game. Whiteville had just scored. The Maroon Devils were driving, but we'd said all along that turnovers, fumbles, penalty that kill drives were crucial to this Maroon Devil football team, and there it went on the ground. And Trent, with the presence of mind to pick it up and then roll to his right, a left-handed quarterback rolling to his right, and just threw it. Kobe and Jordan both wide open on the play.
We saw the entire Wolfpack defense go for the ball when that ball was loose on the ground down there, and rightfully so. But Trent Wright, again, just a fantastic play. And to me, the presence of mind to reach in there and grab that football, roll away from the traffic and the pressure that this defense puts on you, and to look downfield and find, again, Kobe and Jordan both wide open. But we have seen some outstanding offensive running tonight, as you mentioned, from their outstanding back, Taryn Manning is a real beast out there to try to stop. But, hey, we've got a couple of guys who have stepped up big. Chris Miller, of course, Taylor Oros, the big touchdown run on that one play, and Derek Fortner have been running the ball well. Even though it's a little different style, we're grinding it out more than they are. It's still effective.
And that's the key. We've got to keep their offense over here. We've got to keep the Manning kid on the sidelines, and if we keep him on the sidelines, he's a lot less dangerous standing over here than he is out on that field. So the Maroon Devils, with ball control and everybody having a good night running the football, as we said. Trent Wright, even 2 carries, 27 yards, made good decisions on both of those plays on the triple option, on the veer option, for positive yardage. So the Maroon Devils, so far, been able to do what they want, running the football, 3 yards, cloud of dust, Coach Dietz style, and it's paid off dividends. You got some interesting scores there to report to us. What do you got?
You're right, Toby. At the half, right now, Robbinsville leading Murphy 14-0, and I'm surprised anybody can shut out Murphy for a half, but Robbinsville's doing it 14-0 right now. West Montgomery, their lead is growing over Starmount 21-10 at halftime. Kind of a surprise, Mount Pleasant, a lower seed, against number 1 seed Owen. Mount Pleasant leads 28-14 in that ball game. So right now we got some teams, Owen trying to come back, Murphy trying to come back. Of course, we're down by 3, but our mountain teams playing some pretty good football in most cases here tonight.
Well, they are, and I'd sure be interested to hear Franklin's score. If anybody out there's got one, can text Gary and let us know. We'd love to hear it.
You better believe it.
See how the Panthers are doing, and Asheville High as well, to see how the Western teams are doing, and it seems like they're an awful long way away from us right now. And they are.
You're right. They are a long way down the road, so we'll try to see if we can round up a couple more scores to pass on to you. But it has been a busy day in high school football, Toby, and a lot of folks playing some good football here tonight. I'm assuming, oh my goodness, I've seen Paul Crawley now on Facebook. So the world is, here's the score. As a matter of fact, right now in the second quarter, kind of a surprise, Monroe leads Franklin 8-7, and that one surprises me.
That is a little surprising, but we saw that Monroe team a couple of years ago during that state championship run, and they are loaded with athletes. I mean, loaded.
They have a lot of athletes to choose from down in their neck of the woods down there, just outside of Charlotte. So a very fertile territory, if you will, for coming up with good athletes. And you're right, Toby, they have some at Monroe.
They did, and interestingly enough, the Maroon Devils stayed just outside of Monroe last night before coming on down. So in that neck of the woods, so to speak.
Yep, and right outside Charlotte, Monroe, so many good athletes up there. So many big high schools. It even surprises me that Monroe is 2A because at one time they were 1A. But,
right.
They've jumped up a little bit.
That last reclassification moved them up to 1A as it did Southwest Onslow and a couple of other teams that the Maroon Devils had seen for a couple of years there. So Swain's going to receive it to start it off, and we're almost there as they're getting ready to get things going here.
Getting ready to go for the second half. Our Maroon Devils against the Whiteville Wolfpack. And Whiteville, a team that actually has more students than some 2A schools. We'll tell you more about that in just a minute, talking about people moving up and down in the classifications. Here they go. We're going to get the football first, but Jordan Cody's going to take this one back at near the 6-yard line to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, right up the middle. Nice run by Jordan Cody out to the 27-yard line. We were talking about, Toby, when they had the numbers for the average daily membership numbers for the playoffs. Whiteville has 711 students. That's more than several 2A schools, including Carver, North Rowan, West Wilkes, Aden Grifton, who we know, Mountain Heritage, and Southwest Onslow. So they are a very big 1A school.
And they're not the only ones. There's several teams or schools like that, if you will, in this region.
And we hand off, and boy, Taylor Oros didn't like what he ran into on the first play from scrimmage. We might have got a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 9. But to give you an idea, Whiteville, 711 students. Swain County High, 585 students. But again, we're playing ball tonight, and all that doesn't matter right now. 2nd down and 9. Again, Taylor Oros, only his second carry, I believe, tonight. The other one was a stand-up touchdown. But he's in there in the backfield with Trent Wright at quarterback, and he gets the call again. Second straight carry out to the 32-yard line. This is going to be a 3-yard gain. So, Toby, we're throwing some different backs at him and some fresh legs, if you will, if you can call fresh legs fresh after playing defense all night.
Yep. All the way up to the 32. That's going to be 3rd and 5. So not favorable field position for the Maroon Devils right here.
Need a conversion.
Stretch.
You're right. This is not 4-down territory. Split backs again behind Trent Wright. He's going to throw. Looks to the left side. Kai's man. Kobe Toinita goes backwards. Now he goes forward, and he has the first down at the 39-yard line. That is a huge, quick pass to Kobe Toinita. And that's enough for the first down, Toby, but just barely. I'll be honest, when he started curling back, I'm like, uh-oh, he's behind the line of scrimmage. Then he went forward and got the first down.
Yeah, it scared me just a little bit. He was all over it and then backed up, but he improved his position enough to get that first down. And again, effective passing. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, but effective, moves the chains. Maroon Devils 1st and 10, chance to go again.
Kobe, one of those 14 seniors on the squad. Here's a big gap on the left side and about a 9-yard gain running out across the 45-yard line. Nice run over there as this time it's Miller, his first carry of this 3rd quarter. But as you mentioned, Chris really had a solid first half running the football.
Oh, he did. Tremendous first half, and it's basically his first start of the season at running back. He's played a lot, but he's responded well.
8 yards on that carry. Boy, the Wolfpack lining up offside. Now they get back. They're okay. And Trent is going to keep it this time. Runs to the left side. Very close, but a little short of the first down at the 48-yard line. They're going to spot it, so we need, we need a full yard, maybe a little more. 3rd down and more than a yard. They're going to spot it at the 40, almost the 48, Toby, just short of the 48-yard line, actually closer to the 47. So 3rd down and a couple. Again, another crucial 3rd down play for our Maroon Devils. Trent Wright under center. Taylor and Miller in the backfield. Taylor gets the call. He's got the first down inside Wolfpack territory to the 49-yard line before being brought down by Wesley Thompson, one of their juniors. And a veteran team, Toby. This team went to the final 8 in the state last year. Talking about the Wolfpack, they were knocked out by the eventual state champs, James Keenan. And they played them tough, 17-7 last year.
Well, I'm sure they're thinking we're on the West this year, see different people, let's see what we can do over there.
Here comes Miller again on the carry as he kind of spins his way to the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down now and about 6. He got almost 5. Well, we'll call it a 4-yard gain at the 45-yard line. 2nd down now. And again, a nice crowd on hand here at Whiteville High School. They have won 9 games in a row. They started the season 2-2, but they have not been challenged since. They have just put up gaudy numbers their last 9 games. Taylor Oros, power football, carries down to the 41-yard line. Going to be a little more than a yard shy. We're kind of third down. Wow, they're going to give us a tough spot. They back it up to the 41-yard line for the spot, third down and a long 2.
You got to consider this 2-down territory, though, for the Maroon Devils.
Yeah.
It's basically the same spot they've been kicking off to, so nothing ventured, nothing lost here.
That's going to be Trent. He's in trouble. They grab him in the backfield and throw us for a loss back out across the 45-yard line. One of the few negatives plays we've had all night, but somebody shot the gap over there, and it was going to be, it looks like Tony Powell shot the gap over there, Toby, and he had Trent Wright in a bear hug before he could get the option play going.
So let's see what we do. If we choose to punt or go for it, it's 4th and 5 right here. They're going, the offense is still on the field, so let's see. Maybe a crazy count right here, Gary, where they try to draw the defense off. Steve Manley play from years back called crazy count.
4th down and 5, 7.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. We're down by 3. Trent Wright steps up.
Timeout.
We tried to draw him off, didn't work. We call a timeout, and we'll be back with our score. Whiteville 24, Maroon Devils 21 on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back after the timeout. Our Maroon Devils have decided to punt the football. This is the first punt for either team tonight. Jordan Cody will be punting for the Maroon Devils. Whiteville still, now they finally drop back. Looks like Nate Powell back deep to return. He's dropping back even more. Jordan Cody, of course, very dangerous and can run with the football. Good snap. He's going to punt it high, but it's going to be very short. There's going to be no return. It takes a Maroon Devil bounce down to the 20-yard line, right on the 20-yard line, where now Whiteville, you might say, will have the first edge of the night, Toby, as they forced us to punt for the first time tonight. Now let's see if we can return the favor against the Wolfpack.
Well, that's going to be the trick, is stopping Manning.
And he has been a load tonight. By the way, we appreciate all the folks checking in with us tonight here at Whiteville. Want to give a shout out to Vice Chief Larry Blythe. He appreciates the broadcast and says, "Go Maroon Devils, class of 1972," from Vice Chief Larry Blythe of the Eastern Band. Here comes Whiteville again. And
fumble.
At the 37-yard line, the ball
Swain.
is loose, and it's our ball. So a huge turnover. The ball was stripped.
Angel Bowers has got that football on the bottom of that pile.
There he comes out with the ball, and Toby, we mentioned it earlier, the team that turns the ball over may get the edge, so there we go. The first turnover going our way as Manning was stripped. And that's a huge play because he had a first down before that ball came out.
Yeah, I didn't get a look at who stripped it, but it was pretty clear that ball come out of there and is recovered by Angel Bowers on the, 37-yard line?
Yes, indeed. 37-yard line, first down and 10. So the Maroon Machine now with the first big break. Let's see if we can turn it into points. Derek Fortner gets the call, and he's jammed up after a 1-yard gain at the 36-yard line. Gang tackled over there by the big guys, and coming in is one of their big guys. We're talking about Tayshawn Shipman, the 3-year starter, who's 6'4", 260 on the stop. But what a big play. We punt it, we get it back.
So both defenses finally win one for those guys out there who love defense.
So now we got the tight end lined up on the right side. Trent Wright back to throw, fires too high for Toynita. Just knocked away at the last second, but a very close call down at the 30-yard line, Toby. But a little slant pattern. That pass a little high, but incomplete.
So it'll be a big 3rd and 10 right here.
Now let's see if we can come up and get it done. Again, we appreciate all the folks checking with us on the different media here tonight. We appreciate you listening in, whether it's on the radio with Mike Chris back at the studio at WBHN or live on the internet here at MaroonDevils.com. Toynita in motion. He's going to get the toss. He wants to throw it down the right side. Jordan is open, and he's got it. Touchdown, Maroon Devils. What a great pass play from Kobe to Jordan, and the Maroon Devils have the lead back on the first turnover of the game.
Wow.
That worked perfectly on the toss. Jordan Cody at least 5 yards in front of his man. They did not play that well at all.
No, they did not.
So now on the clock, Toby, as we look down there, 6:18 to play in the third quarter. And all of a sudden, after a running game, the pass has taken center stage. Now for the point after touchdown again, it's going to be, as always, Cooper Reiner. And we've got a whistle, and we've got some people moving up front. Is it us or them? And it's going to be offside against Whiteville. We'll go half the distance and try it again. But again, what a great play. I haven't seen that all year as Trent Wright just pitched it outside to Kobe Toynita. You could see he was well behind the line of scrimmage. He wanted to pass, stopped, and fired a perfect shot to Jordan Cody.
That was the jet sweep type play that Kobe was coming around on, and Trent just pitched it to him. And Kobe stopped on a dime in the backfield and hit Jordan wide open on that thing.
Now for the point after, it's going to be up and good. So now in the third quarter with 6:18 to play, our Maroon Devils have the lead 28-24. What a game here in Whiteville. We'll be right back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back live. Cooper Reiner will kick it off for the Maroon Devils with a lead here tonight. I believe that's our first lead of the night, actually. We've been tied a couple of times down the field. It's going to be picked up at the 11-yard line. They're going to bring it back to the 20, 25, out across the 30, still pouncing outside. It's going to be Nate Powell. He's got some room, and he's finally brought down at the 48-yard line, and it looks like by Jordan Cody over there at the last second, because Jordan Cody and Cooper Reiner probably the last two who had a shot at bringing down Nate Powell with great field position now. The Whiteville Wolfpack takes over. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to one of my old friends, Stephen Crumpler. Stephen Crumpler, who used to work up in Swain County in the motel business years ago and also broadcast Western Carolina University women's basketball, is a 92 grad of Whiteville High. His mom and dad, Robert and Jewel Crumpler, have worked in the concession stand for the band over 20 years. And they're just wonderful people. We met with them before the game. And there comes Manning again to the 45, Toby, for a 6-yard gain. But I can't say enough about the hospitality and the friendliness of the people here at Whiteville.
Oh, it's been fantastic. After coming from Mount Airy, rather, where we were, the folks at Mount Airy were extremely nice to us, I've got to say, but the radio station up there was not nice at all to us.
No, they weren't.
And the folks down here at Whiteville have been great from the time we got here, and they've treated us fantastic, and we appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Oh, they moved. It's going to be 5 yards against Whiteville for illegal procedure, which will back it up now to the 50-yard line, and we'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. So again, they stay on the ground. They've thrown it, 1 or 2 times all night?
4 times. 4 times. 3 of 4. Maroon Devils are now 3 of 4.
But man, we've made 2 of them really count.
Yep. They have been huge.
2 touchdown passes to Jordan Cody. 1 from Kobe Toynita. 1 from Trent Wright. By the way, a big shout out to Kobe Stevenson, who is not playing tonight, still banged up. We hope to move on, and maybe he'll get to play again before it's all over.
And there's a bad snap.
Oh, boy, they have trouble.
There.
And the quarterback in trouble, and he gets it out to the 49-yard line. Actually gained a yard, but we force him out of bounds over there. Good pursuit by Jordan Cody. Also over here is Taylor Orris and 57, Corbin Wildcat.
So he gets a yard of that back, but the snap literally bounced back to Carr that time, and now 3rd and 8, a big 3rd down play. I'm sure that Whiteville will go for it on a 4th down situation, but you got to figure that's 2 handoff to Manning if you're thinking the way things have been going.
Manning right beside Carr on the backfield, and they fake the handoff. Carr wants to throw, rolling to the right side, firing, and he is
picked off.
Has caught at the 39-yard line. It's Maroon Devil football, and another big turnover, the 2nd here in the 3rd quarter. What a play, and it's Swain High football, Toby, in traffic. Not the best pass of all by Carr.
No, it was not. He just kind of threw it up, and it turned out to be a disaster for the Wolfpack. We had an injured player trying to get off now, but that ball's on the 39-yard line for the Maroon Devils. And it's, let's see, time-wise, it's 4:18.
But again, the big turnover, the second one here in the third quarter, the last one we converted into points. Let's see if we can do it again and take even more of a lead now as the Maroon Devils still lead 28-24.
More importantly, perhaps, more clock.
That's it. Keep the ball away from Whiteville. We fumble it again. This time Trent Wright picks it up, but he's going to be stuck in the backfield. And I think they're going to spot it at the 38. He was actually driven backwards to the 34. Let's see if they give us forward momentum, and they will at the 38-yard line. But again, that's the third time in the game we've seen fumbled snaps. 2 for us, 1 for them. Of course, one we had a design play that turned into a touchdown. I say that tongue-in-cheek. Second down 11 now. Maroon Devils 2 wide to the left side. Second and 11. Trent Wright to throw. Fires too high. Gets to Kobe and is caught. Down the left side. Here comes Christian Norton. And right off Kobe Toinita's hands, right into Christian Norton's hands. Another one. No, that's going to be 15 instead of 5. That is.
No, it's 5.
It is 5. So Christian was down there. Chandler went down to congratulate him. But what a crazy play. Off the hands of Kobe Toinita, right into the hands of Christian Norton.
The old tip play worked to an advantage.
Man, I wonder if that was designed. So anyway, at the 30-yard line, what a crazy play with a great result.
Big game for the Maroon Devils. 32 yards on that play, and they flipped the field now, Gary.
What a play. Unbelievable. Trent Wright hands off. Here comes Derek Fortner. Derek for a nice gain down inside the 25-yard line. I tell you, this Maroon Devil team must have a horseshoe in its pocket because we have had some good luck here tonight.
Is that the 23-yard line? Is that where we're at?
Yes, you are correct, my man. 23-yard line, second down. We need about 3, almost 7 yards there by Derek Fortner as we bring Kobe. Then we bring, this time, Christian Norton and Jordan Cody out to the right side. Everybody else in tight. Collins and Fortner in the backfield. Derek gets the call. He didn't get much on this one, though. They stacked him up at the line of scrimmage again. This time leading the charge is going to be 45, and that's going to be Andrew Powell for the Wolfpack.
Is that having trouble finding the yard line? 20.
About the 22. Yep, 22-yard line, third down and 2. Again, from our angle, number one, we can't see the scoreboard. We have to lean way out. And
we're not complaining.
No, we're not complaining. We'll take it all day.
We've been in worse spots recently.
Third and 2. Trent under center again.
And Whiteville's going to take a timeout. They didn't like what they saw in the lineup somehow. They got a timeout right there. So that'll be their first timeout of the second half.
2:26 to play. We lead 28-24. We'll be right back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back as the Maroon Devils after the timeout called by Whiteville. Now Whiteville with 2 timeouts. We have 2 timeouts left. 2:26 to play the third quarter. We have it 3rd and 2, and we lead 28-24. Quick update on the play. Looking for the run on the right side. Here comes Miller to the right side. And
we got a flag down first. Offsides on Whiteville.
Oh, that's going to be an automatic first down. So 3rd and 2 is going to be first down inside their 20. And by the way, an updated score at the end of the third quarter. Robbinsville leads Murphy 14-0. Also at the end of the third quarter, an upset in the making. Starmount leads West Montgomery 24-21. And the winner of this game, we'll play the winner of that game, Toby.
Seesaw affair in West Montgomery tonight. Seesaw affair here as these Maroon Devils could make a strong statement right here with another touchdown.
So now Norton lining up on the left side. We run to the left side right behind Christian Norton and those guys over there.
That's Miller again.
And he's down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. We'll call it the 12. And it's going to bring up second down and about 6. Yep, 2nd and 6. Kobe and Jordan wide to the right side.
And unbalanced.
Yeah.
They brought Big Canaan over to the right side now to overload.
Yep, right beside Big Jake Moore. The power on the right. We run to the left. And we got a yard or 2, and that's going to be all. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4, depending on the spot. As we're trying to get it down to that 10-yard line, we're just shy of the 10 at about the 11-yard line.
It's so hard to tell, even with a monitor, where the ball's at, because this ground is a Bermuda that's dead and it's chewed up. badly. The yard markers are no longer there, hardly.
Yep, 3rd down and 4 from the 11. We hand off to the right side, and looks like we've got the first down and then some. Here comes Miller.
Touchdown.
Is he in? There it is. Touchdown, Chris Miller. What a run by Miller. Toby, he bounced off 3 or 4 guys before he got in the end zone.
And that time he was the one not being denied. He was just bouncing all over the place.
Wow. What a run by Chris Miller.
And I think that's 110 in the 3rd.
That is power.
So Reinert will attempt the point after now for the Maroon Devils.
Adding to the lead. Here they come up the middle. The point after is going to be up, and it's going to be good. So now with 1:12 on the clock, our Maroon Devils with a 10-point lead, 34-24. A big shout out to Ronnie and Sheila Bowers. They say, we hear you all the way up on Alarka. So big shout out to them, and thanks for listening in, guys. Our score, the Maroon Devils on top. We'll be back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. Thanks for listening in on WBHN, on social media, on your phone app, on the internet, you name it. Here comes Cooper Reiner with a kickoff. And by the way, they did get the extra point up on the board. It's 35-24 Swain. Now the kick is going to be going out of bounds. So they'll have it now 1st down and 10 with 1:12 to play. Here in the 3rd quarter, our Maroon Devils up 35-24. And I tell you what, sometimes, as coaches will tell you, sometimes during the season, you have to have a little bit of luck to advance. Well, I have 2 people beside me in the press box, Toby and Sharon Burrell, who will agree. We've had a little bit of luck here tonight, guys.
Well, there's no doubt about that. That tip play that Norton came up with was huge, and Maroon Devils capitalizing on the breaks that they've gotten, though, Gary, and that's a sign of a good team, being able to capitalize on the breaks that you get.
No question. 1st down and 10. A big shout out to Joe Benny Schuler listening in tonight. We hope he is having a good night. Here come the Wolfpack running straight ahead, and Manning is going to be stacked up after a 2-yard gain. And there haven't been many times tonight that we have held Tyron Manning to a 2-yard gain.
Well, that was a good job defensively that time.
Yeah, Taylor Orris. Also in there was big Craig Cutshaw, who's played a good game tonight, too.
He's still, that Manning is a great back. He got drilled there by 4 or 5 players and still got 2 yards out of that.
Yeah.
You think, he didn't get anything. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. 5'8", 200 pounds. And they're going to fake to him. Carr's going to run to the left side. Here comes Nadir Carr, pops it outside. Still going at the 44. And Jordan Cody gets over here. Also with him is going to be Jarrett Schuler. The first guy to hit him, though, was actually 57, Corbin Wildcat, and a flag is down.
2 flags over there. Let's see what they are. I think it may have been movement on Whiteville before the play ever begun.
And let's see if they're going to be backing up. They're pointing toward Whiteville, which means they're probably going to be backing up as a holding call. Man, and that one stings if you're a Wolfpack fan. But again, so many great twists and turns in this ball game here tonight. Last year, as we mentioned, Whiteville lost in the 3rd round to 1AA champions James Keenan. They played them the best game of anybody, though, in the playoffs, losing 17-7. Then James Keenan went on the next couple of weeks to roll for the 1AA state championship. Here we go. 2nd down now and long. They give it to Manning. He turns left side, cuts back inside, still going, and still going at the 36-yard line. You got to get some pads on him. And coming up to do that was Craig Cutshaw again, along with Angel Bowers. And Toby, he's so dangerous. Here's Taylor Orris getting out to our leading tackler. But Manning's so dangerous, he comes outside, then he wants to cut back against the grain.
Yeah, that's the trick. He sees nothing and he goes forward. Fourth quarter, the 3rd quarter's over with.
Fans, 3 quarters are down. We go to a timeout with a score. Maroon Devils 35, Whiteville 24. We'll be right back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back as Terry Harvey, a friend, listening tonight, talking about the people you have met out here. And as she reminds us, it's a big old world out there, as Gus said on Lonesome Dove. And here we go. And they're going to run to the right side, talking about the Wolfpack, and they don't get but a yard or 2. We're talking about an end-around play to number 3, Austin Reeves, and he's jammed up by Derek Fortner. And again, Mr. Angel Bowers. Angel's played a heck of a game tonight, Toby.
The defense has played well, and that's strange to say, giving up 23 points, 24 points, but they really have.
They are played outstanding, and this, as a matter of fact, I think is their first punt tonight.
It is their first punt. We'll get to see. We don't even know who their punter is.
It's going to be looks like number 5, Jamison Floyd, and
ever dangerous Jordan Cody back for the Maroon Devils.
He brought one back last week. And, we're going to have a roughing the kicker penalty, and that's going to be bad for our Maroon Devils. Coming in, unfortunately, is going to be Johnny Woodard, and he just at the last second banged into their kicker, and that's probably going to be a first down for Whiteville. So a personal foul, and that's a huge turn of events here in the early fourth quarter, because we were going to get the ball back with an 11-point lead. But now they will keep the ball.
Well, let's see if it's 5 or 15.
And it's going to be a first down, unfortunately, out to the midfield at the 48-yard line of Maroon Devil territory. And Toby, that one really stings. They get the ball back. New life here as we had the ball, but now they are down by 11 and they have the ball back.
And Swain territory.
Yep.
To beat it all.
First down and 10. Thanks for everybody listening in on the internet, on the radio. Even Mike Crisp is excited back there in the studio. Handoff right side. Here comes Manning again. And Derek Fortner gets a hold of him. And Big Kanan Sellers, and that's all she wrote. But Manning still got 5 yards. Second down and almost 5, almost 6 coming up. Line of scrimmage is now going to be the 43. Whiteville with the ball in their solid blue against our maroon and white.
Manning up to 180 yards tonight, Gary.
Boy,
18 carries.
He's a player. And we've got to hold him down. It's almost like they jumped offside, but we get him in the backfield for a loss at the 45-yard line. Manning with Taylor Orris drilling him right in the numbers. And Johnny Inslee is back in there, so it's good to see he's playing, probably hurt, but he's one of our best defenders.
I mean, Ross Inslee.
Ross Inslee. Johnny's too old.
Yeah, he's aged out.
Ross's dad, Johnny, saw him before the game. Saw a lot of folks here before the game. The visitor side is full. Of course, the Whiteville Wolfpack with a great fan base. Third down. They need 7. Let's see if they're going to throw. They haven't been throwing much, and they are going to throw. Carr rolling to his right, looking, throws it in the dirt, incomplete. Good coverage down there by Derek Fortner on the play, and again, Ross Inslee.
So it'll be 4th and 6. And we'll see what they elect to do right here at this point in the game with it. I think that's 8:45. They got some dots out on their scoreboard. Makes it really hard to read.
They're right. They're going to go for it.
And why not?
Yeah. And with their kind of offense, there's our Maroon Devils. I tell you, Toby, our Maroon Devils have owned the third quarter and now into the fourth quarter.
Well, they got to own this one. They're down to 5 on the play clock. Let's see if they can get it off.
They barely. They jumped.
Moved.
They jumped, though. They jumped offside. That's going to back up Whiteville 5 yards. They were a little disoriented on that play. Trying to hurry up, and nobody was on the same page. So they're going to back up 5. It's going to bring up 4th down and now about 12.
I don't think that changes things a whole lot.
Nope, you're right.
For the Wolfpack at this juncture, down 2 scores.
Right at the 50-yard line.
So 4th and 12, call it.
One update, Robbinsville leads Murphy 14-7 now in the fourth quarter. They've got a defensive battle. Carr back to throw. Screen pass left side. And he comes right up the middle with the football. 2 tackles broken, but not enough because there is Derek Fortner. And there is Jordan Cody. And that's it, the end of the play. And that is not enough for the first down by a long shot. They're going to stop him, Toby, at the 48-yard line. It's Maroon Devil football, and that is a big defensive stand.
It's huge defensive stand. And to beat the best part of that is they didn't gain a whole lot of yardage out of that. Only about 2 yards out of that short pass play. And we're at, we call that 9:35,
yep.
8:35?
9:35, you're right. 8:35. I hope that's even better.
And there's Derek Fortner rumbling through the secondary with a big gain on first down.
That's 8 yards, Toby. That is the way to start pushing a defense back. And right now, the momentum is on the Maroon Devils side of the football.
2nd and 2.
Our Maroon Devils, again, momentum on our side. Thanks to a couple of big pass plays.
Whiteville 211 yards rushing, the Maroon Devils 208 yards rushing.
Oh boy. The difference is in the passing game. 2nd down and 2. Here they come with the blitz. We're trying to run away from
34.
it. And Derek Fortner has the first down at the 41-yard line of Whiteville. Good job by Derek, and I tell you, Toby, they are not afraid to come running full speed on the blitz, and they just blasted Trent Wright on that play.
Their free safety was coming all the way, and he caught the count right on a dead run and almost blew that play up big. But Derek was able to take the ball and run with it and get a first down out of it for the Maroon Devils.
They've been blitzing a lot here tonight. Bunch of guys in the box, and this time we move on the left side. It's going to be Kanan Sellers jumping a little early. We're going to have to back up 5. It'll bring up 1st and 15 now at the 46-yard line of Whiteville territory. And let me check the clock again here. It says, I'm guessing, 8:30 to play with the Maroon Devils up 35-24. And again, we're guessing here because some of the lights are out on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's tough to read it. But anyway, it's the 4th quarter, and that's what matters.
That's it.
For the Maroon Devil faithful, anyway.
We own the 3rd quarter pretty much, and here comes Derek Fortner. Gets 2 yards back. It's going to bring him 2nd down and 13 from just inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And right now, Toby, I think running game and keeping the ball away from Whiteville and using that clock is really big.
Oh, yeah, they can milk this play clock all the way down to inside 10 to 5 every play, and it'd be great.
You said it. Because Whiteville's offense, as we've seen all night with Manning, is so dangerous. But we've, again, held them in check here in the 3rd quarter and into the 4th quarter. Trent Wright, quarterback keeper, right side. He's got more yards on a second effort. He was hit at the 41, but he surges forward to the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down, though, and still 8 to go. And looks like we may be in a passing situation as Jeff Marr calls in the play to quarterback Trent Wright, who's played a pretty solid game.
He has. It's 3rd and 7 right here. You got to figure you got a shot at 2 downs, or you can punt it deep and pin them, make them go a long way. And I'd feel a lot better about a first down right here, though, Gary.
You said it. I'm with you. 3rd down and 8. Split backs. Trent hands off left side. Miller bangs in and bangs down inside the 35 to about the 34. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 3. So I think this is 4-down territory. I think we'll go for it here on 4th down and 3 at their 34-yard line. And again, thanks to all our Maroon Devil Nation listening in here tonight. Thanks for all the messages, all the messages sent in from all our friends. We got folks following this game over in Murphy and Robbinsville territory as well. 4th down and 3 again. Here they come on the blitz. They come straight ahead. We run to the left side, and we're close. Well, I think we've got it. Just shy of the 30-yard line. And that's enough for a Maroon Devil first down by Chris Miller. Come on, guys. They're going to measure. I'll be honest. It looks good. Well, it looks good from here, but it's close. I guess I'm trying to be optimistic. But I think we've got it. Sharon Burrell agrees. Of course, I'm wearing glasses, so. Of course, Sharon is too. And we're a little prejudiced, but I still think we've got it, besides all that. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the length of the football, Toby. That was close. That was close, but hey, close is all that matters in horseshoes, hand grenades, and first downs.
Good thing Chris is 5'6".
That's it, exactly. Yeah. If he were
5'5", he wouldn't have made that.
He wouldn't have made it. You're right. He's a tough 5'6", 145-pound sophomore. First down and 10 now. Oh, we dropped the ball again, and I think they've got it at the 34-yard line. Our first big turnover. Again, we just couldn't get the snap from the quarterback. The center of the quarterback exchange didn't work. And it's Whiteville ball, and now they have it back with 6:24 on the clock, down by 11.
What yard line are we on right there? 33?
Yep, you're right, Toby, 33.
How much time?
And we have 6:24, and the clock will start on the snap here. Wow, they have a new set. They almost got a wing on the right side, but hey, nothing new. They hand off to Manning. What else is new? At the 36-yard line, he gains about 3. But so far here in the second half, Toby, we've held Manning, their all-star running back, in check coming into the game. 2,450 yards and 31 touchdowns this year.
Is this kid committed anywhere? Is he going to play somewhere?
No commitment yet,
Okay.
from what we've been able to find out. But he is a senior and he is a player.
He's a good one, I tell you that right now.
He is. 4,234 yards in 2 years. He owns the school rushing record, a 21-year-old record he broke this year. Back to throw his Carr, looking, got some distance down there, and it's out. Oh, a little too far. Pretty good coverage out there, but just too far for Jamison Floyd over there on the right side. Kobe Tuanita over there hanging with him. And that was a couple more feet. He'd have had that one.
That leaves him with a 3rd and 6, though.
Yep.
That's 3rd and 6, 6.5. It's manageable, but it's 2-down territory for them. Let's face it. Under 6 minutes, down 2 scores, you gotta put the ball in the end zone. Time's running out on you.
I think you're right. Nadir Carr, interesting name. Nadir. 3rd down and 6. Passing down 3 wides. One of the few times we've seen that from them tonight. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. He's in the shotgun. He's going to run to the right side, and he's stopped cold for a 1-yard gain. That's going to bring up 4th down and 5 now for Whiteville's Wolfpack, and Taylor Orris coming in with a big tackle. Man, that was big.
So,
we read that play well.
Yeah, we did. It's 37th,
almost 38-yard line now. 4th down. They need still about 6, 5-17 and counting. 4th down, they're going for it. If we stop them here, it's not the ball game, but it's big.
They really have nothing to lose.
Nadir in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws left side, and he's got his man. We bit on it, and he gets the 1st down at the 49-yard line. Our defensive back, you can see Ross Ensley mad at himself. He came flying up, and he just barely missed what would have been a pick 6. But it's right now a 1st down. Talk about a big 4th down conversion, Toby. They got a big play.
And he got drilled by Taylor Orris. He's going to leave the ball game. He's come up with 2 of their biggest receptions of the night, and Taylor stung him.
C.J. Hammonds over there. And yeah, he did. He took a shot. 1st down now for Whiteville at the 49. Carr back to throw. Double fake down the right side. It may be picked off, and it's just a little too high. But back there, Angel Bowers had a shot at it on the pass intended for Marcus Coleman of Whiteville. That one was close, but a good play fake. Double pump back there by Carr to freeze our defensive back.
Well, I tell you what, they've not seen the video on Angel all year long, or they probably wouldn't be throwing his way, because that was real close to being a pick.
Yep. Angel had a big play, as we know, last week with that 28-yard fumble return for a touchdown. I tell you, our defense stepped up big last week, and they're doing it again here tonight. And our offense is playing big as well. Here comes Manning straight ahead on the draw play. Manning still going, dragging a couple of guys with him. He's short of the 1st down. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 at the 42-yard line is where they're going to spot it. Of Swain High territory now. 3rd down and 2. Quick, right back to the line of scrimmage, wasting no time here. On the clock now, 4:10 and counting. Maroon Devils up 35-24. Trying to keep the Wolfpack off the scoreboard. They throw it out here, screen to the right side. They've got their wide receiver. He's got the 1st down at the 40-yard line. Barely got the 1st down. Good tackle down there by 54 on the stop this time. That is...
I think it's Caleb Woodard.
That's Caleb Woodard. Is he wearing 54 tonight?
Yeah, I think he's wearing 54 tonight.
Good tackle by Caleb. That is a 1st down now. You hear that howl just like you're playing in Raleigh with the North Carolina State Wolfpack. Got that wolf howling. We don't want to hear too many of those howls here in the 4th quarter, though. Back to throw is going to be Carr. Down the right side, up for grabs, double team, knocked away. Good defensive coverage again by Kobe Toinita and Jordan Cody. That receiver had no chance with both those guys there.
Again, that was in Angel Bowers' direction, and not well advised with Bowers and Jordan Cody lurking over there, the 2 leaders of the team in interceptions, but that effectively stops the clock. They're going to take their chances on slipping behind one of those guys and getting an easy score here, and if they fail, it stops the clock at least.
Yep. Another score updated. Just got this one. I heard Franklin leads 17-14 is the last word we heard in that score. Thanks to there's a pick. Bringing it back is going to be Mr. Jarrett Schuler, and that is going to really put the damper on a potential Whiteville comeback, even though there's still time left in the ballgame. But what a big play by Jarrett Schuler.
I think he's on the 30.
Yep, you're right on the 30-yard line.
What's the clock look like?
3:30, yep, 3 threes, 3:33. But if we can hang on to the ball here, use some clock, get some first downs, Whiteville's in a whole lot of trouble because they got to score 11 points to tie.
In 3 minutes.
So now hanging on to the ball is big. We've seen turnovers here in the second half. Trent Wright hands off. We just pounded out for maybe 2 yards by Derek Fortner, and they are gang tackling that football, and you know, Toby, they're trying to strip it away every time we come running. And again, the big guy on the tackle is the big guy. Tayshawn Shipman, the 3-year starter at 6'4", 260, number 59 in the middle of the line. They have good size on both lines. So now second down and about 9 to go for the Maroon Devils. Split backs, handoff right side. It's going to be Derek Fortner out across the 35. Nice run. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. And I believe we're going to have a timeout called by Whiteville. We will. So right now with 2:50 on the clock, timeout with the Maroon Devils up 35-24. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network.
All right, we're back. The Maroon Devils under center Trent Wright, ready to go here.
I want to give a shout out now as Whiteville jumps offside. So it'll be number 25 over there lined up at the right corner. And I have to go to my pronunciation guide, Fraquise Jackson, jumping offside. And big shout out to Paul Seth Murphy listening in tonight. Thanks for the check-in with us.
That's a first down too, Gary.
Yes, indeed. Move those sticks again. And every time we move the chains, Toby, their chances get smaller, and their fans are starting to slide out of the stadium here. They do not like what they're seeing here, so a lot of folks are heading for the exit here.
Gary Joe's telling me we got 1,691 folks following us tonight.
Wow, that's one of the all-time biggest audiences, I'm guessing, as we run out across the 45-yard line for another nice gain. It's going to be Derek Fortner, and he has really turned out to be a workhorse tonight, Toby. Derek is running well. Second down now, we need 5. Derek has run well. Chris Miller, Taylor Orris, and an updated score. The final, Robbinsville wins it 21-7 is the word we're getting here over Murphy. Robbinsville moves on. Murphy's season is over. Second down, we hand off to the left side this time. It's going to be Miller. He gets a couple of more yards, and the main thing is the clock is running. They have 1 timeout left with 2:05 and counting, and we lead by 11. Another first down, and you can almost put this one in the books.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gary, and this is a long 2 or 3, I guess is what you'd call it, but it looks more like 2 on paper.
It's a long way to go, isn't it? Third down. They have 9 guys up in the box. We run to the right side. We're not even close to the first down, but we might have got a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 1.5 yards right across the midfield. And looks like Whiteville is going to use their last timeout, and they do with 1:34 to play. Fans, stay with us. We'll be back to wrap it up after this final timeout on the Maroon Devils Network.
We're going for it here on 4th and 1 with 1 minute and some odd left in this thing.
Yep, 1:37, Toby, as we look around the corner of the press box. Here we go, 4th down. We convert this one, and Whiteville can break out the basketballs.
They can't stop the clock again, and the Maroon Devils can milk it all the way down each time.
You said it. We can just about hit a knee if we can get the first down here. And we run to the left side, and we've got it. Chris Miller just jumped through.
And why not? Why shouldn't it be Chris? What a game he's had, Gary.
Yeah, look, tell us his stats, Toby. I know they're really impressive after that gain of about 3 or 4 more.
Let's get that one in the books, and then we'll go see what he's got.
He moves the chains. We have a first down and 10. They have no timeouts left. And the Maroon Devils, the lowest seeded team in either 1A or 1AA, still left in the playoffs, are pulling off the biggest upset in the 1A or 1AA playoffs here tonight.
It's victory formation now. Miller, 118 yards on 22 carries and a touchdown to go along with that. But he has been the workhorse tonight, Gary. He has done yeoman's work. Derek Fortner, 17 carries, 61 yards. And Trent takes a knee. And
this one's all but over, Toby. This one is all but over here tonight.
The Maroon Devils, as you said, have stunned the state, the lowest seed, and they're still alive. They're going to another Western final, folks. We'll try to get you a final score on Star Mountain West Montgomery, but the Road Warriors going on the road again.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Toby. What an effort by this Maroon Devil football team. What an effort.
And that kneel down may just do it.
And the clock is going to run down now, and we can put this one in the books.
And of course, Whiteville disconsolate, very disappointed. The Manning kid, a tremendous career here, 21 carries tonight, 189 yards, 3 touchdowns. Just unbelievable night for Manning. But the Maroon Devils pitch a shutout in the second half, Gary. No points allowed after yielding what we thought was going to be 60-56 score before it was over with. The Maroon Devils pitch a shutout in the second half, 14 unanswered points, and pull away with a win.
I tell you, Toby, you've got to, again, as we said in the third quarter, to move on in the playoffs, sometimes you got to have some luck, and we had some luck. But besides the luck, for example, on that tip pass from Kobe Toinita Norton over there on the left sideline, besides that, I think our coaches made the adjustments on defense at halftime.
Exactly, Gary. And you just can't say enough about this coaching staff, and they have got this young team bought into the system, believing they can do it, and week after week they find a way to win. It's not always beautiful, but they find a way to keep winning, keep their season extended, and keep moving on. That's the key to it all. You don't look past any games. You don't say who we're going to play in the finals, who's out there. Nope, let's get this one and move on to the next one, and that's what they've been able to do. These playoffs have been phenomenal with that kind of run. Again, Miller 118 yards, Fortner 61 yards. Passing-wise, Trent Wright 3 of 4 for 118 yards, and Kobe Toinita with a big backbreaker, 1 of 1 for 37 and a score. On the receiving side of things, Jordan Cody, 2 catches, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns.
What a performance here tonight. And again, as we said, Toby, at halftime we thought, oh man, this game, we're going to see 70, 80 points out here on the scoreboard. But the third quarter, we owned the third quarter, and I think that's where we really took hold of this football game, gained control of it, and we never gave it back to Whiteville.
Never did. Nope, never did. And just a tremendous job. And I think the final you got, the Black Knights are going to move on. They've defeated Murphy 21-7.
Yep, they move on.
They move on. They'll host a Western Regional Championship. And again, for yet a 5th straight year, the Smoky Mountain Conference will be in the Western Finals in the Little and in the Big.
That's impressive. Now, we were hoping for a final on Star Mountain West Montgomery. We haven't heard anything because that's where we will be going. Star Mountain is 3 hours away from Swain County. West Montgomery, as you know from last year, is 4 hours away. So we hope we play at Boonville, which is where Star Mountain is, 3 hours down the road just east of Charlotte. West Montgomery another hour down the road past Star Mountain down in Mount Gilead, North Carolina. So again, you're talking about a difference of about an hour down the road. And again, we can't say enough about the outstanding hospitality we've had from our folks here at Whiteville. They have been so nice to us, and we appreciate that as we just get another good luck wish from our friends here on the press box, and we see a big formation of fans down on the field, Toby, and I'm just kind of sitting here enjoying this because 3 weeks ago I wasn't sure if we were going to be playing and especially winning in the third round of the playoffs.
I agree with you, and the Avery game did nothing to enhance that.
Nope.
Look at it. It was probably the sloppiest game we've played, and on top of that, losing one of your leaders in Spencer McCoy, having Ross Inslee in basically a walking boot all week, and then coming out here and playing. There's a lot stacked against you. There's a lot of reasons to say, well, we've had a good run at it. Let's hang it up. And then they didn't do that. They kept fighting, and that's a sign of a good football team. And they're going to play on next week. And we're trying to get you a score on West Montgomery and Starmount, so you'll know what travel plans will be. But you know what? It really doesn't matter. We're traveling again. Another week of traveling, no biggie.
31-28 Starmount.
Starmount is ahead, or is it over?
It's over.
It's over.
Wow.
Starmount has won 31-28. We get word. So the improbable West matchup will be the fourth-seeded Starmount Rams hosting, and they probably never thought they'd be hosting, the Maroon Devils, the 10th seed, will both be playing next week.
Yep, and that's in Boonville. And
Boonville.
Again, I looked at I looked at the mileage there, Toby, and I've actually got it here. If we go to Starmount, it's exactly 3 hours. And it's 196 miles from Bryson City. It's just east of Charlotte. So
shortest trip we've taken.
Exactly.
It is.
Closest game we've had all.
Shortest trip we've taken.
All during the playoffs, and we'll take it, right?
Absolutely. We'll take it almost like a home game.
And like you said, we've been to Starmount, but it's been a long time.
It's been a few years, and Starmount came to Bryson City last year. We didn't treat them very nicely. We beat them pretty badly, and I'm sure they remember that.
Yeah.
And they've got a great football tradition up there. But you know what? This team, we're just going to strap it on, get on the bus, and go play it again and see what happens.
I tell you what, Starmount has to be pretty good if they beat West Montgomery. We know how good they were last year. But again, I think this team is just it's scrappy. It's a no-quit team. They're playing with a lot of pride because I think they have a chip on their shoulder because nobody expected them to be here.
Right, exactly right, Gary. You're right. Nobody expected them to be here, but they've bought into the system. They believe in each other, and they're playing hard, and they're playing well right now. As we said, sometimes it's just enough to get by and it's enough for a win, but that's what counts.
That's what counts. And before we leave the air, we want to thank everybody listening in tonight, whether it's on the radio. We thank Mike Crisp. He was back there doing all those one-handed push-ups back at the studio at WBHN, and all our friends listening there, listening on the internet, listening on the phone apps. We had so many people trying to talk to us on Facebook. We were trying to answer back, and it's just so much fun when you have so many people who are trying to keep up with what these Maroon Devil football players are doing.
Absolutely.
And a big shout to Steve Moon as well, who couldn't be here tonight, but we want to say hello to Steve, who's been with us all year.
Absolutely. And Steve, we'll see you down the road, buddy, hopefully next week in Boonville.
And Joe Holt, of course, who's down in the nice warm temperature of Key Largo. And but Toby, I tell you what, those guys are in good spots, but I was glad I was right here tonight to see this game.
It was a doozy. It was a good football game, folks.
It really was. Toby, thanks for being with us tonight. Toby Burrell, Sharon Burrell, Matt Brown, Gary Ayers, all the gang here saying so long tonight from Whiteville High School. Again, Wolfpack Country, an outstanding program, and again, good folks who have treated us very well here, and we appreciate more than we can say. Join us next Friday. We're going to be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Good night, everybody.